What's up, YouTube? No streams this weekend, and I'm also pretty late to review all my matches. It's Monday. Crucible is almost over for this weekend. I'm going to recap all 3 of my opponents, but I will still cut it into 3 videos. And my first opponent from Friday was Dark. He's from Rockets, pretty huge player with a TCP of 500 million. So yeah, let's jump into action. So for this round, I had a lot of 4 offense. I also had Phoenix Force, I had Daimon, I had a Professor X, Fantastic Four, basically everything to one-shot my opponents, which I should have done against Dark. But I was going to try my Daimon team without APOC, which I did before the season. I think it was week 2 or something. I faced a New Mutants Blue Marvel and I one-shot it without APOC, and I took Superior Spider-Man, I believe, instead of the Shadow King here. But the Superior Spider-Man didn't do anything, so I tried my luck again, and it works, but I have to hit the Warlock here, as he is the smallest. He's 2 diamonds. If Jojo removes his barrier and damage him a bit, my Daimon can one-tap the Warlock on a crit, and then he proceeds to double-tap the other 4 New Mutant members. But as you can see, I cancelled the combat because it didn't work, as Jojo didn't hit the Warlock here, so that was very unfortunate. I didn't test my luck again. It's a 1 in 4 because you hit the cannonball anyway with the Jojo, and you hit 3 others, so it's a 1 in 4 you can touch the Warlock. I think it also works on a 2 diamond Wolfsbane and 2 diamond Sunspot. But it's harder when there's 2 diamond magic or cannonball, as they have the cannonball has deflects and the magic has too much barrier. So if the other 3 are 2 diamonds, you have a big Jojo and a big Daimon. I think you can one-tap this without APOC. I didn't test my luck again. I did it with APOC, and as you can see, I got a 73 out of it. Just Jojo and Daimon taking turns. The reason why I was going to skip APOC here, because I wanted APOC here. I think with Apocalypse here, this counter would have been way cleaner, because he also removes Safeguard as Ares does, but APOC also adds 20% damage, which is very nice for the Fantastic Four. And yeah, you can also ult with APOC. He will get a turn because some of the I6 will survive. I can actually show this one, how this works. And yeah, hopefully you can see why this should do better when APOC is here. Also, mind your positioning when you're doing this counter, because yeah, I figured Franklin is going first anyway, so he could be next to the taunt. But he doesn't go first. So yeah, she had to be on the corner here to not receive the bomb, plus these 2 from Green Goblin Classic. Franklin went second, and I deleted the leader, but I didn't delete the Goblin, which hurt me a lot because he heals up. I didn't kill him. If there was an APOC here, I surely would have killed the Green Goblin Classic there. Decided to stun the Hobgoblin because his special really hurts, and then it's just surviving. But yeah, as you can see, this would have been cleaner with APOC. At this point, APOC doesn't take a turn yet, but I think now the Hobgoblin is going anyway. He cleansed. Oh man, this was 3 days ago. Forgive me if I don't remember quite what happened, but I think 20% damage, and here APOC ulting. I think it's better, way better than Ares at least. But yeah, they managed just another 6 turns, and this was a cleanse, but a lot of efficiency suck. So back to stage 3, which we just skipped over. There's a counter going around for the Phoenix Force. It's Professor X, Quasar, Gwen, and Shark, and a fifth. And Dark had a pretty cool character here, which is a 5 Diamond Odin. So I decided to take my Odin as well, with the thought of Professor X cleaning or cleansing the battlefield effect from his Odin, and my Odin would have a battlefield effect up. But yeah, if there's no Odin, you can take any 5th and safety Odin there. But yeah, Odin and Professor X feels quite expensive here. Although he has his Odin on defense as well, which also counts, of course. But yeah, we can see how it went. And in previous videos, I told you guys of how I would love for Gwen to take a turn before Professor X. She did here, but I can show you why it's not good in this matchup. Lost the Quasar and Shark coin flip to Magneto. He goes first, which is totally okay. Clump them together. Always make sure you clump the Omega Red to have him in the middle. Quasar hits 2. Odin assisted, which is good for the battlefield effect. But then his Odin went, and his Odin did a basic because of Professor X mind control. He's special, so he gets his battlefield effect up, which is okay. But now you would like Professor X to have a turn to cleanse all of this. But because I took Odin is next because Odin is faster than Professor X. So yeah, his Odin does a wipe, which really hurts at 5 diamonds. Also, still okay, but yeah, of course, in this matchup, which you don't want because Odin is wiping again, my Gwen went first. She won the coin flip between her and Professor X. Therefore, Odin wipes again. I really thought I was dead here. Professor X barely survived, and I think I took out the Omega Red here, or barely. It's barely. And as you can see, this still took me like 12 turns. Or rather, maybe their 12 turns, as I won't have many turns left. I think at this point it's just Odin carrying, but I can't prevent the Phoenix dying here before Magneto, I think. No, I couldn't, so therefore she revives Omega Red in a bit here. There we go. She blew up Magneto though, which is helpful, but yeah, here comes the Omega Red. At this point, Odin just carries. He will keep on wiping until the Omega Red is dead. Let's proceed to stage 1. So I had Phoenix Force left. Normally you would do Phoenix Force into New Mutants, which is very clean, and yeah, blow up something else. I was going to cut Sentry from my teams, so I was trying to save Sentry there. Therefore, I needed that Daimon Calm to work on the New Mutants, but it didn't, and things turned out badly there. So eventually, I had Phoenix Force left for this team. I won't show it to you. It's a cookie cutter. The super scroll is stopped because of Magneto, of course, and you delete their ults basically with Magneto. It's just taking turns, and eventually you will kill them. It took me 8 turns because they keep healing up. It's there. I didn't brought anyone for the charge strip off because Storm doesn't do that. I didn't take Storm to do that. I took Storm for a stun on the super scroll. But yeah, that also doesn't work because Super Scroll bounces it right back, as he doesn't have trauma in this matchup. So Storm is not a good choice in here, but Phoenix Force carried, Shadow King carried, it's all fine. I could take whatever, and I didn't need Immortal X-Men anywhere else because I had so much for offense. Because in stage 5 he had Annihilators with Mephisto and Knull. This is take Blastaar Raider please when you face Knull. Then Cohort goes twice. Your Blastaar should get the darkness, or make sure he gets the darkness, so he basics into Guardian. Guardian Fortifier, he will survive, and you can basic again with the Blastaar, and then your Scientist Supreme goes, another basic, 5 bombs, it's a 95% crit chance for Blastaar, and yeah, you rip this team to shreds. Yeah, if you're lucky, and or maybe not lucky, it depends on how much points you lose, but if you're lucky, your Thunder Strike goes next, and it special heals your team up. So keep that in mind if you if your attack goes sideways. And for stage 6, I did this last week too, if I remember correctly, but yeah, this basically works. I think I made a mistake last weekend, and this time I went straight to full accursed. I remember taking Oath last time, but it doesn't work with the Captain Britain here. So yeah, let's check this out. This one is nice to see. Also make sure to use the right ISOs. They're taking the first turns. This is a Black Panther Shuri special. Then Blue Marvel goes. Hank also goes, as Hank is 127 speed. He's ulting, but you will survive that if your curse is properly built. And Emma even goes, but the Juggernaut still has taunt, so that doesn't matter as well. As you can see, I'm very much damaged, but then the Satana takes a turn. I have Satana as a Raider, I believe. She's a Raider. She hits the Blue Marvel first. It's a lot of damage into Blue Marvel already. Then my Hood. I always do a basic, because that's more damage than the special. Helverine ult, and it's delete. If not, Azazel still takes a turn and he will do the rest. And Azazel takes the last turn here, deleting the rest of the team. So pretty good counter. Okay. So yeah, that were my attacks. Because my defense was so light, I was sure Dark would one-shot me. And let's check it out how Dark did. So normally you would take Professor X or Fantastic Four or both to the Phoenix Force room, but I didn't have them on defense, so Dark had a really good time on my defense. Here's SJ versus SJ, that just works. For stage 2, he used the old counter into New Mutants, which was very efficient for him. Stage 3, Blastaar, it works against the Blue Marvel Immortal Weapons comp. Even with APOC, so no Guardian or Iron Patriot here. So it's pretty good still. I got a few questions on Immortal X-Men working on this team. It failed for me. Last time I did it, but it's also a bit because I played that wrong, and I think you also can get very unlucky if they all hit your Storm, which also happened to my team. So it's a factor of RNG, which is pretty small, I would say. If played correctly, this works, but as you can see on the efficiency, and a lot of times I saw this on low 60 efficiency, so be aware, Immortal X-Men works, but it's a low efficiency. Stage 5, yeah, pretty easy, just a clump with Mephisto. A curse works in that, and he even got to use Sentry and Daimon. I tried Sentry on defense on my side, but yeah, this only works if you can see my cable is there. This only works when they don't take Sentry, but yeah, Dark is no fool. He took the correct counter, and I was trying to bait Sentry Daimon both in here, because a lot of times you can cut Sentry from Daimon if you bring Daimon here with a couple of other stuff to basically tank the hits. Imagine Gore and Knull. You can tank the Gore ult and Knull ult, then your Daimon goes. So you don't need Sentry there. He needed Sentry here, otherwise my cable would put all my characters ahead of him. So it's a pretty smart room still. It's also quick characters, so a curse doesn't work. But yeah, you need Sentry here, and you don't have Sentry for offense then. Which would have worked for me if I was clever enough to one-shot the New Mutants. And even if I did, I think I still would have failed to win on efficiency because of this matchup. So yeah, GG's Dark. He went pretty well on to my defense. He didn't lose too much efficiency there. So yeah, that's the end of the first round and the first video. So make sure, if you like this video, to subscribe to the channel and leave a like, leave a comment if you want. I always try to reply, and yeah, if you have any questions, just leave them in the comments as well. And any advice is also always welcome. But yeah, this loss will kick me out of top 10. I think I lost 50 points on this match, so yeah, that hurt a bit, but let's see if I can get a victory for this weekend. And stay tuned for that. That video will be up tomorrow, the second one, and the third one will be up on Wednesday. So take care for now, and I see you guys tomorrow on YouTube. Cheers.